Hello, welcome to my living room. So you can see we have some track lights in the living room and they're located in this corner. Now I would like to replace them and I'm going to be replacing them with recessed lighting. I'm going to be replacing them with these 4-inch recessed cans which are airtight. Now these are the new construction kind actually, so I'm not using the remodel ones. And the reason is because I can get into the attic and install these, which are a little sturdier, which I like, will be better long term. So we're gonna be installing these instead of the remodel ones. Okay, so we've got all the initial spots for the lights, and now I just need to double check that there's no joists directly in the way. So we're gonna use a stud finder. Just double check that I'm not going to drill into the actual joists. Okay, I'm just going to measure that. I think that should be enough space. Okay, just checked it with the tape measure. It seems to be just about 3 inches away, which is good. That should be enough space for the entire box to fit. I'm going to check the other rows. Just move it over 2 inches. Yep. So it should be good now. And on each of these posts, I've marked exactly where I'm going to drill the hole. So I know exactly where to place the drill bit. I'm using the Milwaukee adjustable hole cutter. So basically you can adjust how far apart or the diameter of the hole you want to cut. And then it comes with this little cup. So when you place it against the ceiling and start drilling, the cup catches everything. So it's quite nice. It'll be a lot cleaner. I also got anal about air sealing. So even though it's ICAT rated, I'm still gonna build a foam board box around them. So I cut the foam board into pieces already. And so we have all the sides and then we have the top. This is approximately how it's going to fit together. And then I have the top on as well. It's gonna look like that. So the recess can is gonna be sitting inside. And then I'm going to use some foam board adhesive around all of these edges, and then for the bottom part I'm going to use spray foam. Another thing to note is the new construction boxes have a screw to make sure that this rail doesn't move, but because I'm using it in a finished ceiling, I'm not going to be screwing this in because I can't access it. And I don't think it's necessary either. 8 holes later. Now it's time to wire the electrical. I want to wire it in 2 groups of 4. So this front group of 4 and also the back group of 4. And then I have this little dual switch over here so I can control both of them independently. So I've got all this Romex wiring here, so we're about to wire everything up. So when you wire
these boxes. These boxes come with some wiggle-like things. So all you do is you push in the wire and it secures the wire. So give you an example. Got a wire over here. We're gonna do the ground first. So here's the ground one. All I do is I push it in, kind of wiggle it in. If you take a close look, you can see the copper's all the way at the end. Actually, the copper is not quite all the way at the end, so I'm gonna push it in a little more. Yeah, so the copper is as far as I can put it in. And you can see it in that clear plastic part, so it's secure. Okay, so everything's wired up now. And I'm just gonna try to fold all the wires back into the box. There we go. Okay, I've got everything wired. So now it's the moment of truth. So I've installed just one bulb there and one bulb there. But this switch should turn on the far side, and then the right side should turn on the closer side. So here we go. We're gonna test the far side. Here we go. Oh, let's go. All right, now we're gonna turn on. Yes. All right, success. All right, I'm just gonna be very anal about air sealing. So even though I have an ICAT rated box, I'm still gonna build a foam box around it. Like I said before. So we have the box, it's gonna look like that. And then I have the cover over here. And so the cover is just gonna plop right on. I'm gonna spray foam everything, all the gaps, including on top. And then when it dries, it'll be something like that. So that will be super air sealed. This might be, you know, an extra step, but I'm just gonna be very anal about it. Now for some light. Yeah. Awesome. Dimmable as well. Really goes quite low. Perfect.